What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans just lost to the Atlanta Falcons 21-19. It was a tough defeat. This Atlanta team came to play. Shout out to them. This was a disappointing but not discouraging loss. We're going to talk about it. Welcome, everyone, to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, win, draw, or loss. So make sure you guys are following me on my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. And if you guys are new here to the channel, welcome. Just hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for the support. Trying to hit 9K by week 9 or 10. Please help me get there. And thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Man, coming into this game, the narrative was, if you stop Bijan Robinson, you beat the Atlanta Falcons. Well, you kept them in check. 46 yards on the ground, 3.3 yards a carry. He lost a fumble. Through the air, only 2 catches for 12 yards, but did have that acrobatic touchdown where he caught the ball behind his back. But you pretty much kept Bijan Robinson in check. But it was second-year quarterback Desmond Ridder who ruined the Houston Texans' day. He went 28 of 37, 329 yards. His first 300-yard passing game in the NFL. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and was sacked 0 times, which is surprising. Last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars was sacked 4 times. The week prior against the Detroit Lions, sacked 7. But against the Houston Texans, he was barely touched. Will Anderson Jr., very good against the run, but did not get to the quarterback. Desmond Ridder had all the time in the world, and to be quite honest, he picked apart this Houston Texans defense. The leading receiver was tight end Kyle Pitts. We talked about him being a no-show so far in this season. 7 catches, 87 yards, multiple third down conversions. This Houston Texans defense had no answer for the Atlanta Falcons offense. But I do not fault this Houston Texans defense, and I do not look at them as one of the main reasons why we lost this game. I look at our Houston Texans offense, 4 field goals. You did not score a touchdown until the 4th quarter. Today was not your best day on offense, and it showed. CJ Stroud, 20 of 35, 249 yards, 1 touchdown. Once again, did not throw an interception. The most passes thrown in NFL history without an INT. CJ Stroud once again breaks a record, and a QBR rating of 88.9. Through the first 3 quarters, this offense was non-existent. You couldn't get the running game going. There was multiple drop balls by wide receiver Robert Woods. This Houston Texans offense was just putting up field goals. 4 field goals by Kaimi Fairbairn. The most work he's done all season. The Houston Texans offense in the past 3 games, 30-plus points against the Steelers, 30-plus points against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This passing attack was one of the best in the NFL coming into the game against the Atlanta Falcons, but they were shut out today. Your leading receiver was tight end Dalton Schultz. Not only did he lead the team in targets, but he caught 7 passes, 65 yards, and the go-ahead touchdown late in the 4th quarter to put the Houston Texans ahead. I'm going to talk about that whole sequence in a little bit. Tank Dell, 3 catches, 57 yards. He went out due to a concussion. Nico Collins, a non-existent game. He was followed by cornerback A.J. Terrell, 4 targets, 3 catches, 39 yards. Robert Woods, the second in targets, 9, but only caught 3 balls for 30 yards. It just wasn't a good day for these Houston Texans wide receivers. Now, this offense also got 2 gifts from this Houston Texans defense. 2 turnovers in the second half. Back-to-back drives where the Atlanta Falcons fumbled, recovered by the Houston Texans, and you rewarded their efforts were 0 points. Back-to-back punts on those drives. If you would have scored at least a field goal on one of them, maybe you win this football game. But it just was a disappointing performance from this offense in the first 3 quarters. I mentioned the first 3 quarters because in the fourth quarter, we saw some life. We saw Dameon Pierce get going, and we saw our rookie quarterback CJ Stroud lead this offense down the field, and on a 3rd and long finds tight end Dalton Schultz deep in the end zone to put the Houston Texans ahead. That is a franchise quarterback type of play. The clutch factor. He had ice in his veins in the fourth quarter. A little bit too late though, but you love seeing your rookie quarterback make a play for you after being pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. It's not all on him, obviously, but this offense was not there in the first 3 quarters. But when it mattered, they put you ahead. And you could have won this game if you had a defensive stop. The Atlanta Falcons, they moved the ball down the field. Desmond Ridder, you just did not have an answer for him. And the game ended on a field goal from Young Ho Koo. But this Houston Texans defense was gasped. If you would have put together some longer drives in the first and second half, maybe we were talking about a different outcome in this game. But it was a little too late for this Houston Texans offense. We are now 2-3. And I talked about what this game could mean if you win it. A potential 3-game winning streak. People have to take you for real. You have to start looking at yourself as a playoff contender. But now that you lost this game against the Atlanta Falcons, who were on a 2-game losing streak and who were questioning if Desmond Ridder is the guy or not, he had a big day. But at 2-3, I've already seen the tweets. This is the same old Houston Texans. They'll show you something for 2 weeks and then let you down the next week. I said this was a disappointing but not discouraging loss. I'm not quitting on this Houston Texans team. I don't think this Houston Texans team is going to fall apart. They just got beat today, flat out. For more Houston Texans content, you guys feel free to follow me for more. Go H-Town. Y'all have a very blessed day.